Very important slide. So make sure and put some stars by that one or highlight it or something and come back and look at this, okay? So this is the relationship between the mean and the median and the shape of the distribution, okay? So if your distribution is bell-shaped, then your mean and median are equal to each other. If they're symmetric, your mean and median are equal to each other. If it's skewed left, then your mean is less than your median. And if it's skewed right, your mean is greater than your median. Okay? So the reason this is so important is because you can calculate the mean and median and not necessarily draw a histogram of all of the data and be able to tell whether it's skewed left or right just by those two values. Okay? So you want to keep those two values and this relationship in mind. Okay, so go back and look at that again and again. So remember, the median is the middle number. The mean is like the average. Okay, so and what we're going to talk about after this is the mode, which is the number that occurs the most often. And we'll see another one here in a minute, but the mode is where it's the tallest. Okay. So the median is the middle number, so that means that half of your data is on this side and half of your data is on the other side. Half on the right and half on the left of the median. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, so here's another example. The following data represent the asking price of homes for sale in Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay, so you have all of these different home values. And then we'll look at that again in a minute. It says find the mean and median. Use the mean and median to identify the shape of the distribution and verify your result by drawing a histogram of the data. Okay, so how do I find the mean of this? How would I find the mean? Add them all up and divide by how many there are. So how many are there? 32? Looks like 4 by 8. Okay, so we have 32 prices, so you would add all of these up and then divide by 32. Okay, so that's going to take quite a little bit of time, right? So I will show you how to do that using your graphing calculator here in a minute. But for now, let's just go with, we're going to add all these up and divide by 32, and we're going to get the mean value, which is 168,320. Okay? And then the median asking price is 148,700. So if I go to, if these are in order, which, are they in order? If you go down each column, yes, they're in order. Okay, so the median price then is going to, there's an even number, right? N equals, what did we say, 32? Yes. Okay, so that's an even number. So which two are the middle two numbers then? This one and this one, right? So remember, if it's an even number, if I take 32 plus 1, that's 33 divided by 2 is going to give me what, 16.5? Well, this is the 16th and this is the 17th. 16.5 is in the middle of that. So add those two together and divide by 2. So 147,500 and 149,900. Add those together, divide by 2, and you should get 148,700. Okay, so that's the median. This is the mean, the X bar, this is the median, the capital M. Therefore, we would conjecture that the distribution is what? Which one's bigger, the mean or the median? The mean is bigger than the median. So if the mean is bigger than the median, then we would say that it's skewed right. Okay, so see how you use that information? That's why this one is really important. Okay, so be sure and look at those and write them on a note card and study those. Okay? All right, so if we draw a histogram, this is what the histogram would look like. Okay, so we've already talked about how we would draw a histogram. We could divide these into classes, so from 0 to 100,000, and then we would count how many are from 0 to 100,000. Well, there are 2, so the frequency is 2. And then from 100,000 to 125,000, so these are by, it looks like the bars are by 25,000s, right? So 100 to 125,000 to 150,000, 175, 200, okay? So this is the asking price by 50,000s. So the lowest number was 79,995, so we used a lower limit for that first class of 75,000 and then went by 50 or 25,000s. Okay, so everyone understand how to make the frequency distribution? Okay, so so when you look at this, what would you say the shape of it is? Where's your long tail? Your long tail's to the right, so that's skewed right. Okay, so if you were to join the midpoints of all these bars together, it would have a longer tail on this side. So it's approximately skewed right. Okay? And we could tell that just by finding the median and the mean. Any questions on that?